I'm sitting here listening to you and I'm thinking, why the hell do I even drink this stuff?
Yeah, I think it is important to understand sort of what are the risks that we often don't talk about and assume that this is, a harmless thing that's just a part of life. My personal perspective is that every health behavior exists on a spectrum, and it's really important to understand sort of what is that spectrum, where do I fall, and then what are my personal health goals. And actually stopping to sort of think, how does alcohol fit in my life? Like, what do I like about it? What do I not like about it? What am I worried about it? What is this amount of alcohol doing to my health?
Is there any health benefit to drinking alcohol?
My opinion is that we shouldn't be thinking of it as a health benefit. So I would never, as a doctor, say to a patient, I think you should start drinking a glass of wine a day for your health.
It's true.
People used to say that, again, this idea of a glass of red wine is healthy. I think that framing is wrong. I think that doesn't mean that you can't drink any alcohol, and we should talk through that. But thinking of it as a health promoting behavior is probably not the best way to frame it. Now, there are many things we do in life that the safest thing would be to do none of it.
Right.
So if your goal is to have zero risk, you should probably never drive your car, never go skiing, never fly in an airplane, never eat bacon, never go out in the sun. And people aren't going to live that way. So I think it's really important to understand sort of what are the risks, how does this fit into my overall life, and when should I be concerned, and how can I actually make changes to decrease those risks. So if you're finding that you are really stressed in your life and you're reaching to alcohol as a stress reliever, it's probably not going to be a healthy way of coping with that and may lead to longer term problems. And especially if you're trying to live a life where you're being more mindful or more present or present for your kids or your partner, or, you're trying to get in shape and you want to wake up in the morning to exercise. If you're drinking every night, you're probably going to feel not refreshed in the morning. You're going to notice it, you don't have the same exercise capacity. So I think just figuring out sort of how this ritual, alcohol, what role it plays in your life. And it doesn't have to be that you stop drinking entirely. And I think that's a really important message, because that may not be the goal for people. But if you are feeling like maybe this is causing some problems to me, maybe this is actually counterproductive to my other health goals, making some changes, cutting back, taking a break, those are all really healthy ways that you can start to really explore your relationship with alcohol.